I have had blank insurance
for 20 years
since I was 18 years old.
50 years.
52, and this is the first time I've ever made a claim, and they're dropping me?
They're dropping me, and they're not paying the claim.
Yes, they're dropping you.
Yes.
They can't wait to drop you.
Welcome back to Under Oath.
Are delays in settling personal injury claims primarily due to insurance company tactics, or are they often the result of legitimate investigation needs?
We're going to get in trouble.
That is such a softball question. And the answer...
Softball. Well, you represent the insurance companies. Go.
Oh, the official position from the insurance companies? Yes, we're just investigating the propriety of whether or not this claim is valid or not. Oh, you mean
paying a PI to hang out in a bush for 3 weeks to watch my client to see if he picks up a grocery bag?
Yes, because if he's claiming that he can't move, he can't even walk, he can't go on walks with his kid, with his dog. That's what he said in his demand letter. He's so hurt. So if I have a video of him, playing hopscotch with his grandkids, and then I'm thinking maybe you're not hurt like you said you were.
I need to go through his Facebook page to see if I can pull a picture of him smiling.
No, that's weak.
Oh, hold on. No, you're the insurance company. It can't be weak.
That's weak.
No, you're not going to admit that.
No.
You're going to say that's actual evidence, and you're going to put it in. How do we know? We see it.
Does he look like he's hurt?
See, look at him smiling here. What was that? A birthday party?
They tried to put that in. Generally speaking, you can't.
Always goes in.
They try to get it. They always try to get it in.
Always goes in.
No,
I've never seen a judge say no. When did we have a judge turn one down?
They turn them down all the time.
No, they don't. Come on, you and I remember this one?
I am there at the hearings when they turn them down. Okay. I don't know what you're talking about.
You and I sat in a trial.
We can go pull files right now.
In a trial. What was this? This is a birthday party. You were smiling. Were you happy at that moment? Were you happy? So you can smile. This accident makes you not unhappy all the time, right? You know how you say you're unhappy all the time, but you were smiling here. You're smiling here.
Yeah. I don't think that was very effective in that trial.
I'm just saying that they do it, and they do it for one reason. Billions of dollars, and they keeping it all. Insurance companies are the Uncle Scrooge McDucks of our world. They sit there and they the scenes where Scrooge McDuck is like backstroking in his gold coins. That's what the insurance companies are. Ooh, woo! You got Super Bowl commercials. Woo! Like a good neighbor, we'll keep all your money.
Yeah.
God, Wouldn't that be something? Would I get in trouble for that?
Well, no. We actually deal with them. Yeah, we deal with them all the time.
But that's a parody, though, right? I'm making a joke.
Well, the truth is that when you have insurance with these big nationwide carriers, the big ones, they don't care about you at all. No, they don't care how long you've been a customer.
You a number.
You could have been and we get this complaint all the time. I have had blank insurance
for 20 years
since I was 18 years old.
50 years.
52, and this is the first time I've ever made a claim, and they're dropping me?
They're dropping me, and they're not paying the claim.
Yes, they're dropping you. Yes. They can't wait to drop you. They're not your friend. They don't have your back.
Stinky fish.
You're not in good hands. Oof. All of that stuff are marketing gimmicks. They don't care about you.
No fun. I know we're joking around. Craig and I are having a little fun at the expense of the insurance companies because normally they try to make it at the expense of our clients. But these are investment companies. Don't convince yourself anything other. They are a company that takes money and reinvests the money you give them into stocks, bonds, property, whatever investments channels they have, loans, you name it. They're financial institutions. If they have to give you any money back, that comes out of their investments, and they don't want to give it back. That's why they spend millions on algorithms, and they study law firms, and they do everything possible to save pennies on the dollar to not take care of their responsibilities. And they're going to argue we have a right to not take care of our responsibilities. But in the end, you kind of insinuate that you're going to be there for people. And a lot of times they're not. Knowing what you know, as an attorney who deals with insurance companies all the time, name the top 3 insurance companies you would choose if you could.
USAA. This is if I have a UM claim, right? And
yes.
I want my insurance company to take care of me.
Right.
Yeah, USAA, Farmers, and probably Nationwide.
Okay. The tough thing about USAA, it's only for veterans or families of veterans or, children of veterans. I am a veteran, so I appreciate that. The other two you can get without any qualifications other than, to make sure that you haven't had like 50 accidents or something. Now name, we're going to get in trouble. I will name a certain policy that I see that I know that the person's not covered. The cheapo insurance. The ones where they go, it's $25 a month.
Oh, the general?
Shaq promotes that. I love Shaq.
Yeah, I promise you, Shaq is not insured by the general.
Don't say that. He might be.
Well, he might have that on top of his other policy.
No, I bet he can buy a big policy. I bet he can. See, we were guessing because we know somebody like Shaq could afford like ridiculous insurance.
Yeah.
Good insurance. I'm not saying general's not good. I'm just saying that a lot of times that when we get in a car accident and we deal with the general, we know that there's not a lot of insurance.
They're looking for a way not to pay out on a claim if they can.
Well, they're difficult to deal with.
Yeah.
That's the best way to put it. We use some generalities when we talk because, you kind of are sad when you see certain policies because the person is going to have a problem with this company. And it's normally your lower end people. And then you have your super high end that are just bad people. So I would say if you have a choice, USAA, Farmers, and what was your third one?
Nationwide.
I think those three are solid.
For you, representing you, those companies probably care more about you than most of the other insurance that's available to drivers.
Now, that's not
on a policy.
Now, that's not to say that certain other policies, and you might get a good adjuster every once in a while. We're doing this based on
now, if I caused the accident and I'm getting sued for $1 bazillion, well, then I want a whole different group of insurance companies.
No, honestly, I don't. Because here's the deal, and this is what a lot of people don't know. Very rarely, when you're being sued over something like that, a car accident, the only reason why the person has to sue is because your insurance company didn't settle. Very rarely in cases do attorneys go after money in excess of the insurance policy because they know it's difficult to get hold of because certain states have
difficult to get a hold of.
So very rarely, I think maybe, less than 1% of the cases we have. And that's only because there was no policy at all and we had to go after the person.
Especially in Florida. Yeah, but those were businesses. They had huge assets.
You got a balloon once,
Remember the balloon company?
Can we talk about that?
Of course we can.
No NDA?
I'm not naming the particular balloon company.
Okay. Are there enough balloon companies?
Oh, there's lots, as I found out.
Lots of balloon companies.
Yeah.
All right, here's what happens. Certain places don't have insurance, and they pride themselves on this because they don't think an attorney is going to go after it.
Or their insurance company says, no, you didn't include this person on your list of pilots, and therefore we're denying the claim completely.
Remember what they told us? They said they weren't going to pay us. I said, all right, we'll take the balloon.
Yeah, we'll take. Well, I know you got a bunch of balloons. We'll take one of them. Maybe we can rent it out. Maybe we'll rent it back to you.
Could you imagine falling out of a balloon?
Well, she was on the ground.
What happened? Did the balloon hit her? I forgot what happened.
No, the balloon tipped over.
Yeah, the balloon tipped over and took her out.
Yeah.
And that's, and they go, well, there's nothing you could do. We're not,
that's not true.
Not paying for it. And Craig goes, give me the balloon.
That's not true.
That was the best line. Give me the balloon.
I'll take the balloon.
I'll take the balloon. You can't take my balloon. Hey.
Eventually I can.
I can. And they took care of her. And that was the point. A lot of people, when they come to us sometimes, there's nobody to go after. They've gone to all the billboard guys and the TV guys, and the TV guys found out there's no insurance, so they drop them. Then they contact us. And
they'll drop them if there's not enough insurance too. It's not just no insurance, people. It's hey, there's not enough there. Or it's a contested case, like workers' comp immunity exception.
Did you just say workers' comp immunity cases?
Yes.
Yeah. How many people you think understood that?
There's at least one out there. There's at least one guy out there who understands what I'm talking about.
Some people will only take the easy ones, and that does happen. People do come to us sometimes, and the bad news is sometimes we have to tell them we can't help them. And that's devastating. And the law just changed recently.
Yeah,
that make it even more tough. Because the law in Florida made it so that you have to be less than 50% responsible to be able to go after something. Well, while that might sound rational, the problem is this. The person on the other side is now going to spend a lot of money to prove that they weren't over 50% responsible. And it makes getting the client taken care of very difficult. It sucks. I wish it was different.
It makes the marginal cases disappear. There's no more marginal cases.
Well, it's also not marginal. It makes it the risk factor of going, okay, for example, a slip and fall where the guy has water all over the floor and everything else like that. And they go, well, he should have known. Sometimes a jury will just arbitrarily think, well, we'll do it 50-50. We'll split the baby. And they don't realize by splitting the baby, the other person gets nothing. They try to go, well, maybe he should have saw it. I'll say it's 50-50. And now Florida 50-50 won't do it. So we got to be careful, and we also have to notify the public of what they're looking at, because you're going to be in trials, you're going to be in these issues, and you have these beliefs in your system that aren't right. So the more you know, the better we can do for you.